Imagine being the fourth child in a big, loud family, but treated like you don't even exist. Your siblings get applause, your parents beam with pride, but when it comes to you, silence, mockery, even exclusion. That's Clara's life until one family betrayal became the fuel for her ultimate revenge. They thought they could erase her. Instead, she turned her pain into comedy gold, and now millions are laughing, but not with her family, at them. If you've ever felt underestimated, invisible, or pushed aside by the very people who should love you the most, hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in, because Clara's story isn't just about revenge. It's about turning rejection into rocket fuel. Clara was born into a family of performers, 7 kids total, and every one of them had some kind of talent that her parents loved to show off. Her sister could sing, her brother played guitar, another did magic tricks, and the youngest, she danced. Family gatherings felt less like dinners and more like talent shows. Someone always had a spotlight. Someone always had applause. But never Clara. See, Clara wasn't flashy. She wasn't the funny one or the talented one, at least not in their eyes. Whenever she tried to speak up, they cut her off. When she tried jokes, they rolled their eyes. If she shared ideas, they'd mock her. Classic Clara, not funny, not special. Imagine growing up in a house where you're always the punchline, but never the star. Where your worth is measured in how much entertainment you can provide. And Clara? She was told over and over she didn't measure up. But here's where the flip story. Clara didn't bury that pain. She grabbed it, dragged it onto a stage, and she turned it into comedy. Her first set after the retreat, brutal. She told the audience about her family's talent show empire, how she was the invisible child, how they had room for 118 people, but somehow not for her. And the crowd exploded with laughter. Not the cruel laughter she grew up with, but the laughter of recognition, the laughter of people who saw themselves in her pain. Every punchline landed harder because it was true. For the first time in her life, Clara wasn't the family joke. She was the one telling it. But her family? Oh, they were furious. The calls started coming in. Anger, guilt trips, accusations. How dare you air our dirty laundry? You're humiliating us. Take it down, Clara, or else. Her brother even sent her a fake cease and desist letter, thinking some legal jargon would scare her off the stage. But instead of folding, she doubled down. She filmed short videos about her life as the forgotten sibling. She sharpened her jokes, punched harder, and hit upload. And then it happened. One video caught fire, then another, and suddenly the hashtag was trending. Hashtag Clara said it. Millions of views, millions of strangers cheering her on, flooding her comments with, "This was my childhood too. Clara, thank you for saying what we couldn't." Her family, once so loud, fell strangely silent, because now the world knew the truth. And the truth was funny, but devastating. While they stewed in embarrassment, Clara thrived. Invitations rolled in, clubs, festivals, even late-night shows. Within a year, Clara was on tour, standing under real spotlights, not just the dim glow of a living room lamp at a family talent show. And here's the most poetic part. Clara didn't have to destroy her family's reputation. They did that themselves, by being exactly who they were. She just held up the microphone. Her family once said she wasn't funny, that she wasn't worth space at their table. Now, thousands pay money to sit in packed rooms just to hear her speak. Her parents, her siblings, the ones who used to laugh at her, they now get recognized in public as the cruel characters from Clara's act, stripped of dignity, humiliated not by lies, but by the truth. And Clara, she walks on stage to roaring applause. She finally gets what she was denied her entire childhood: to be seen, to be heard, to be valued. Clara's story proves something powerful. Sometimes the people closest to you will try to write you out of the script, but you get to decide whether that's the end of your story or the beginning of your spotlight. If Clara's story hits you like it hit me, smash that like button and drop a comment. Have you ever been underestimated only to prove everyone wrong? I'd love to hear it. And of course, subscribe for more of the most satisfying revenge stories the internet has to offer.